Well, 5 people shot in just a matter of hours across the city of New Orleans, and we now know one of those victims has died.
WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor live at NOPD headquarters with the latest on these investigations. Shay.
Good evening to you, Gina and Sella. Now, I should note that 2 of those shootings were actually double shootings. One of the victims as young as 15 years of age. So that's why NOPD is hoping that if you do know something about these incidents, that you'll step forward. 3 separate shooting incidents under investigation overnight. Police say the first one resulted in the death of a man here along Eade Street. People who live in the area say the man was found behind this purple bus.
I started to cross the tape, but you're not supposed to cross the tape, so I did not. But if I'd have went there, I'd have seen the body.
Curly Taplett says he saw the scene, but did not hear any gunfire.
So we'll hear a shot here. We hear, if someone is close, even around the 4 corners, I can hear it. Something may have happened and we have dropped the person in here.
We just have to stop the killing, and everybody needs to just get on their knees and pray, surrender to God.
Minutes later, a double shooting along 2nd Street. One of the victims only 15 years old. NOPD is currently looking into how the teen made it to US 90 East near the Poydras Street exit.
I don't really know much about this area. The next time I do a little bit more due diligence in the neighborhood.
March Brown is in town renting an Airbnb along 2nd for his birthday. He woke up Wednesday to the news about the double shooting and also to find his own vehicle broken into. And he says 2 other vehicles were also broken into. This surveillance capturing some of those scary moments. Brown ended up having to pay $500 for a new window.
I'm healthy, everybody's safe, so I'll live to see another day.
And yet another double shooting at about midnight. This one, the location isn't clear. We're told 2 victims arrived at a hospital shot. Officials believe it happened somewhere in New Orleans East. And according to the New Orleans Crime Dashboard on the web, they pretty much say that non-fatal shootings are down by about 15% as compared to last year. Now, crime analysts, they pretty much believe that last year we saw some of the highest crime rates that we've seen in years, so they do not feel that this was a fair comparison. Reporting live from NOPD headquarters, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.